Good morning. Well, back in the day, people used to have a whole lot of respect for police officers and military personnel. Now, of course, we realize now that the whole military uh, industrial complex has not been what we thought it was. It was just to go over and take over poppy fields or um, minerals or get rid of old ancient structures so that it would go along with the narrative that these people have been lying to us about forever. But I find it really sad when you've got police officers over in Australia, I believe it was, that tasered a 92-year-old woman. I mean, the lack of respect for humanity by these police officers that chose to go along with the criminals that are trying to enslave us because they're receiving a paycheck and they don't care about upholding their oath to protect and serve. All they do is lie to humanity with these staged events, knowing full well that these things did not happen. But they don't want to stand up and do the right thing. And it really hurts my heart because, my grandfather was a police officer, and I was 8 years old when he finally passed away. But I looked at him as being a high honor individual. Um, and who knows what he did? He was in a war. He was came back a different person, and you know what they do to these soldiers when they, enlist in these military programs. They inject them with all kinds of things, change their personality, and of course now they're showing people these robotic soldiers or whatever they are. But the robots look like humans. They do not look like these things that they're showing. They want people to believe that, but like I've said before, a lot of your robots are on your evening news, and you can tell they're, not real humans. I mean, hell, how many times have Al Roker broke down right on, live TV? But anyway, um, so yeah, it hurts my heart that there's a lot of really bad police officers out there that uh, don't do the right thing, that want to just throw people in jail or, take their livelihood away from them because they're working for the courts. They know that, it makes a lot of money for the court system, for the lawyers. And they probably get kickbacks from this shit. But back in the day, people wanted to help their neighbor. They didn't want to destroy their lives. And just because you have a badge doesn't give you a right to do that. I mean, I think I've said before, way back in the day, you had just an ambulance driver, a fire truck people, and that was about it. You didn't have this police state that we have now because people handled their business with each other. If Martha was getting beat up by George, well, Jimmy went over and beat the hell out of George, and he deserved it. So, this is a shame what's going on in our society, and I really don't see a way out of it, especially when you have this transgender agenda, this uh, LBGTQ bullshit in our military. You've got people that are taking so many drugs to be something that they're not, and they're head of, um, any type of weapon system. I mean, have people lost their mind? I mean, shit. Look at Biden. He can't even walk. And everybody knows that he's not in charge. And all these people that go to these Bilderberg meetings and the New World Order and the WHO and the WEA, all these initials drive me nuts, whatever. They weren't elected officials. What gives them the right to dictate what happens to humanity? Just because they've got trillions of dollars. Well, you turned your back on your fellow man. Does that $1 trillion give you a nice hug at night, or plant a garden for you? Um, I mean, money does not buy you happiness. And I don't understand where these people think that they're going to end up in the end of all of this with, this money, whether it be in gold, silver, or whatever. I mean, it's just ridiculous. All right, have a good day.